Okay, we appear to have successfully besieged 6 Griffin's Roost, and also we've engaged the main remaining chunk of the Reach forces. We outnumber them just more than 2 to 1, and that's going to be very handy, because we're now very much in a race against the forces that you can see in the south of Stormland, the 12,500 men. We need to win this war before they win it. So, this battle that we're about to win here should afford us a fair amount of breathing space in terms of war score. We're sitting on 20% at the moment, which is a healthy amount. It looks as though they're actually sending troops to reinforce them, even though their position is fairly hopeless. Oh no, they've thought better of it now. They've changed their minds. But we have them in full retreat now, and now we've defeated them. So we've lost 2,000 men, but they lost 5,000. We're on 26% war score now. There's another 5,000 men or so circling around the Reach. What I might do is break off one of my armies to maybe besiege some territories, and then send the other one after the remaining Reach troops. There we go, we've engaged them again. That was rather quick, because territories in the Reach, you can move around them fairly quickly. Travel time does not take long. We've won this siege of Thornton somewhere. Those troops I'd basically just left there. I didn't intend to besiege the province, but now we're actually capturing it, so I guess that's fine. 30% war score now. Oh, the same with Griffin's Roost. We're doing a good job there, as I mentioned not long ago, but had forgotten about. Good, so we're capturing territory in the Stormlands, and we're really hammering the remainder of the Reach forces in the Reach. So it looks as though we should be successful, and we should, well, given enough time, we would pretty obviously win this war, but now it's become this whole other thing where we have to defeat them within a set space of time. That last victory granted me a whole 1% war score. So Red Watch has rolled in to help us. They're kind of jumping on the bandwagon a little bit, stealing our glory to a degree, engaging very tiny forces in the Reach. We're cleaning up with the rest of them. Oh. So we've won the Battle of Flatford, which is a fun named place, and maker of what you may call it wanted Dragonstone there, of all things. I've refused him. There is a chance he will rise up in rebellion against me. Maker of Claw Isle? I can't remember. No, it's not Claw Isle. Driftmark. That's where he's lord of. I remember the days when Driftmark would have been a major territory. So we've captured all of the territory in Griffin's Roost now, so we're going to move on to Grandview with those troops, and just keep on capturing some territory. It looks as though the Reach is actually sending some forces there, so we can always take care of them while we're there. 33% war score now. It looks like we're going to have to rely quite heavily on capturing territories to get our war score. That is kind of the sacrifice you make when you attack the Reach forces while they're divided and vulnerable. You don't get much war score for winning tiny victories, as you would if you let them all bunch together and defeat them in one large-scale battle, but on the plus side you lose fewer troops. So this will make the war last longer, but we will have the freedom to capture several territories at the same time. Antlerden is now ours as well. That's in Thornton. I think everything in Thornton has been captured, so we need to find somewhere to send these troops. They've raised some more levies, I think, but they're really, really scraping the dregs now. So it looks as though I've been studying philosophy, and I've gained 1 learning. Well, that's good. And I've fulfilled the ambition to improve learning. It's as easy as that. Read a book on philosophy, you have learned 1 more. +1 book of learning. So now we'll change our ambition, or indeed have changed our ambition, to improving martial ability, which is key really for making sure you get a decent number of levies. Or decent... yeah. So I'm sending 9,000 men to the Grassy Vale now. If they don't capture those troops, then I guess it's no big deal. Looks as though there's some Reach troops there that need dealing with. Pretty much the single largest force they have now. We've taken out those 129. Guess they might as well stay. To be honest, it's become as much a case of you know, completionism and sort of fussy perfectionism to want to get rid of the enemy army entirely, seeing as they pose no real threat. Now, the downside of this is that we cannot enforce our demands on the Lord of the Reach, I've just realised, because obviously this is technically Red Watch's war, so we don't have the authority to do it, in a sense, because even though they're looking to install us as their liege, they're in control. I mean, you know, to a degree. Let's not forget who's doing all the hard work here. Amberley is... yeah, well, that's not going to fall anytime soon, is it? Leakton. There are some funny named places in the Reach. Wow, that is an incredibly well-defended castle there, Long Table. We do not have enough men to besiege it, so we'll move on to somewhere else. Oh, goody. Oh, good, Lord Maker of Driftmark has died, so he won't be too fussy about trying to pinch Dragonstone off me now, I should think. Also, lots more levies. Well, not lots more, but numerous groups of levies have sprung up across the Reach. I may even allow these ones to congregate. If nothing else, just to make the job of tracking them all down and destroying them easier. Appleton we could besiege with these troops, but it might take a little while, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can find some territories that aren't particularly well defended, and also, at the same time, eliminate some more Reach troops. Oh, looks as though some were silly enough to come to Grandview. Grandview will take some besieging as well. It looks as though this second half of the war, if you will, might progress a tad slower than the first. It's a delightful little maneuver that I like to use. You send your troops to the territory where they're heading and they stop, so then you head to the territory where they've stopped in. It's a classic in its own right. They have managed to gather quite a few troops together up in the north of the Reach there. They might have as many as 5,000 men, if they're lucky. It's still not enough, but, you know, make things a little bit interesting. I do have my troops from the Stormlands coming over to assist, seeing as, yeah, there's plenty of territory to be had here, and also this is where all their troops are at, so no real point besieging the castles that will soon be ours anyway. We're going to keep moving these troops around to see if we can find a territory that's fairly weak, and also just cautiously take out some Reach troops. There we go, we've engaged the 1,000 troops up there. This doesn't look like there should be too many issues. Olive plate, was that? That's what I saw. I clicked off it too quickly. There we go, victory is ours. We've smashed them a little bit more, but we still haven't gained any more war score, and we haven't gained any in a while. Okay, so we have a force of 11,000 men that consists of the sort of other forces that aren't besieging the Grassy Vale. We're gonna take on the Reach with those. I think they're now a large enough group that should we beat them in the field, we will gain a significant amount of war score. So we're still tracking down the Reachmen. Looks as though they're getting ahead of us a little bit. Catswold, another interesting place. So we're about 5 or 6 days behind them. Oh, excellent. So they've actually ended up encountering some... I'm not even sure who those troops belong to or why they're attacking the Reachmen, but they are. They could be on our side for all I know. But I don't think they are, because they should be lit up blue if that's the case. But in any case, they've been held up long enough for us to be able to intervene. So there we go, engaging the Reach now. Stannis is leading the centre. Goes their left flank. Goes their right flank. Good luck, centre. Oh, they've been reinforced with small numbers. And it's not really done them any favours. Good, decisive victory. Now we have not received any war score for that battle, I've just noticed. And I'm starting to think that I may have assisted the other guys in their war by doing this. We're just going to check. Yeah, they've got 32% war score now, and I'm guessing that a large chunk of that just came from that battle that I happened to win for those guys. God damn it.